Mic check one. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hey guys, what's going on? Mic check 1 2. Hello, hello. You guys ready to do this? All right, let's do this. Hey guys, what's going on? Good afternoon to people in the US. Good morning, good evening to everyone else around the world. How's it going? Welcome to hashtag TNT JoeFi Tech News that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. Let me get these headphones off. I am your host, Jerome Ortega. This is episode something because I lost count, and this is also day something in quarantine because I lost count. Although I do know today is Thursday, June 25th. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. So we kind of have a so news day today. Not a ton of news, not a ton of things to go to talk about, but we'll go through it. See if there's anything interesting, see if we can get some conversation in the chat, and try to get through another hour of tech, have some fun, talk about whatever random stuff is going on. I'm just trying to fill some time in here. Ellie J is in the chat. Ellie, how's it going? Hi, everyone. It's kind of a quiet room right now, Ellie, so it might just be, a more intimate conversation here, but maybe the room will pick up, so we'll see. Ellie, thank you for joining, though. Appreciate you stopping by. So we have a couple of stories today. Again, not the biggest stories. The big stories that came throughout earlier this week was iOS 14, WWDC, the talk about the new OnePlus mid-ranger budget phone for around $350 that apparently might be called the OnePlus Nord, if that's what they're going to call it. Still sounds a little weird to me, but we'll see what happens to that phone. That'll probably be announced in July. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about was it looks like Google put out a blog today with the new update for Google Photos. I don't know if any of you have gotten this update. I think I got it for Android. I tried to open up the app and update it, but it already said it was updated I think last week, so maybe the update still isn't pushed out for Android, but I ended up getting it for iOS, which is a little weird. And I don't think this is the first time. Usually I'll get updates for some of my Google apps way before I get them. I'll get them updated on iOS before I get them on Android, which is a little weird. I don't know why that happens, but um, let's talk about Google Photos. Let's actually go over this article to see what's new, what's going on with it. So this article from Google, a blog of theirs called The Keyword, talks about a redesigned Google Photos built for your life's memories. So I use Google Photos for everything. I have the Photos app on my iOS. Obviously, that's what it comes with. And it's pretty good for what it is, but I'm always running out of space. I take a lot of videos. So the 64 gigs of internal storage on my iPhone 11 Pro is no longer suitable for me. I really, at this point, I would love to have 128 gigs. I mean, I'd have more if I could afford it, if I knew I was actually going to be keeping the phone for a much longer time. But, you know, I can't spend that much money on more internal storage. So I'll keep everything on the cloud. And that's what I do with Google Photos. So let's kind of get into this. If you notice here, this Google Photos logo has also been changed. I don't know. It looks okay. It looks kind of cheesy. I kind of like the older one better. I don't know if this is. I don't know. It doesn't really appeal to me much. But anyway, so 5 years ago, we noticed that people were struggling. Let me make this actually a little bit bigger. 5 years ago, we noticed that people were struggling to manage their photos and videos. There wasn't a place to keep them all. Storage was disorganized and it was hard to find specific photos. We designed Google Photos to solve these problems. And since then, more than 1 billion people use the app each month. Over the past few years, we've also seen that people use Google Photos when they feel nostalgic and want to reminisce. Google Photos has become more than just an app to manage your photos. It's become the home for your life's memories. And that's why today we're launching a redesigned Google Photos focused on your memories to help you find and relive your most treasured moments. A new simplified experience. In the redesigned Google Photos, we're giving your photos and videos more prominence and bringing search front and center with a new 3-tab structure. So I think this 3-tab structure is already something that I use: photos, search, and then I think there's something that was called for me or for you. No, for you is TikTok. I think it's for me, and then library. So these are the ones that I typically have already, but photos, as always, the main tab contains all your photos and videos, but now you'll see larger thumbnails, auto-playing videos, and less white space between photos. At the very top, you'll also notice a larger memories carousel. More on that in a bit. That memories thing is actually pretty nice. It's nice to actually see what photos you've taken on that specific day. Google Photos, every time I open it up now, it'll show me what I've taken a year ago and then 2 years ago. And then I think, at least in mine, my Google Photos app has, I think, photos going all the way back to 2012 or 2013. So I have a good range of photos at this point. Search, as photo libraries have gotten bigger, search has become increasingly important. I've also noticed how good search is on Google Photos. If I'm looking for something in particular, I'm usually able to find it with 1 or 2 searches, I think, at most. It's not that bad to find what I'm looking for in Google Photos. And that's kind of accredited to how good the AI has gotten over time. So we're putting search front and center to give you quick access to the people, places, and things most important to you. You'll also find a new interactive map view. More on that in a bit too. So actually, that map view for Google Photos is something that is actually really interesting. I think that's such a neat feature. And I got it on my iPhone before I got it on Android. I haven't seen it on my Pixel 4 yet, which is kind of a shame, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Let me just go through this article. Let me go through, then I have another one from The Verge to kind of just make sure that we have all the ends tied up here. And then there's a library. The library tab contains the most important destinations in your photo library, like albums, favorites, trash, archive, and more. And if you're in the US, EU, or Canada, you'll also see our print store where you can purchase printed products featuring your own photos. I've never used the print store. I don't think I've ever printed anything straight from Google Photos, although that's not a bad idea if that's something that I probably do in the future. And you can, I mean, at least it's there, I guess. And you can always access your shared content by tapping on the quote conversation button in the upper left corner. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about the map view. So a map view, finally. As part of the new search tab, you'll see an interactive map view of your photos and videos, which has been one of our most requested features since we launched Google Photos. You can pinch and zoom around the globe to explore photos of your travels, see where you've taken the most photos around your hometown, or find that one photo from somewhere on your road trip across the country, which I will show you guys in a minute. If you enable location from your device camera, location history, or manually add locations, those photos have always been organized and searchable by place in Google Photos. Rolling out today, they'll also show up on the map view. If you want to make changes, you have the control to make edits or turn off location history and camera location permission. So you can see here, let me see if I can get this a little bit bigger. Okay, that's way too big. Did I lose it now? Okay, so what? I get two sizes. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, you can just kind of go around and you can see there's like a little heat map for it to see how many pictures you've taken in that certain location or destination. Ellie is saying here, mine goes back to 2009. Yeah, you know what? I think it's because I had switched Gmail addresses. So I wish I had, I don't know. I can't even remember when I was taking pictures then, but I know I was taking pictures before 2012 or 2013. I wouldn't say way too many photos. It's always good to kind of look back and see your photos back then. The map option is great. It is. So I actually want to see if I can try to share this with you. Or so excuse me, there's pictures of me at the bottom there. That's because I was like trying to record myself eating yesterday. But this is actually, it's really hard to see because wrong screen. Like this is all of Chicago. But what's really cool is, yeah, like that, God, I can't, it's too hard to, and I can't like block light, or there you go. That might help a little bit. But you can see that all of that is just mostly Chicago in there. But what's really cool about it is when you zoom out. So like you can see, I'm trying to block that light. You can see the heat map of my travel from Chicago to LA when I was living in Southern California, when I moved back to Chicago just a couple months ago, back in February. So what's really nice is you can see in the heat map, it's still really hard to see, but you can see the heat map is mostly focused on Los Angeles. And then when I was living there, and then down to San Diego when I was like visiting my cousin, and I spent I think a week there, 5 or 6 days on vacation. But it's also cool because you can just see that heat map go all across the US when I was, because I drove from Chicago to LA when I first moved there, and then I drove from LA back to Chicago when I moved back home. So it's really cool to see that heat map. And then you can click on whatever in that heat map to see the pictures. And I don't know, I think it's a really cool feature. It's a little sad that my Pixel 4 does not have this updated yet, and that my iOS or my iPhone has it. And I just don't understand. I don't understand. You would think that Google would go ahead and have that updated for the Pixel right away. And I don't know why they don't do that. That is a little perplexing, because I actually was on Reddit and people were saying like, hey, I don't have it. It's not updated yet. And when I tried to update it on my Pixel, I didn't get it either. The icon didn't get updated. I tried to force close the app and then reopen it. It still didn't have it. I tried to restart my Pixel 4. It still didn't have it. And then I went to my iPhone I went to the app store. It said update, so I updated it, and I closed the app and I reopened it, and then I got the new logo. I got all the new features, and I'm just like, why do I not get this on my Pixel 4? Why am I getting it on my iPhone first? Um, it's a bit frustrating because, you would think that out of all the devices it would come to first, it would come to my Google Pixel. But what are you going to do? So, okay, let's go back into this story here. So yeah, I think it's a really cool feature. I use Google Photos as my main photo app. Again, on my iPhone, yes, I have the Photos app in general, but everything gets backed up to Google Photos, and I still use what is it called? I use the originals. I don't have them upload just a higher version of it. I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like I'm probably going to use maybe 0.05% of the original version of anything, but I don't know. I think I got spoiled when Google used to give free original storage for anything you took on the Pixel, and then they took that away. And now I don't. Yeah. So I still keep it on original, but I don't know how long I'm going to do that for. I also pay for that 100 gig a year plan. I pay $20 a year to have an extra 100 gigs of storage on the cloud. Unfortunately, I've been having to delete some stuff because I just keep running out of space and I don't want to pay more money at this point. But we'll continue on. So relive the moments that matter with memories. Last fall, we introduced memories to help you revisit your most important memories from years past. It's become one of our most beloved features with more than 120 million people viewing memories every month. Today, we're adding more types of memories like the best pics of you and your closest friends and family over the years, trips, and even just the highlights from last week. I like memories. I think it's something I didn't ask for, but every time I open up my Google Photos app and it shows me things from like a year ago or 2 years ago, I end up clicking on everything and I go back as far as I can to see what I took 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I think it's pretty cool. Again, it's not what I asked for, but it's pretty. I don't know. It's nostalgia, and I like it. It's a nice feature. We've also moved our automatic creations like movies, collages, animations, stylized photos, and more from the quote For You tab, which is now gone. Oh, okay, that's why. So they've gotten rid of the For You tab. And into memories. So I don't really watch any of those created movies or collages, animations, whatever. That's one thing I don't really care much for, but maybe that's just because if I wanted to do something like that, I'd do it on my own. I mean, it's nice to have, and it's nice that they're able to do that, but it's not something that I use. And we know that not all memories are worth revisiting. So you'll be able to hide specific people or time periods. That's good. I mean, it's good that they've looked into that because let's be real, we're humans and we have relationships and friendships that also sometimes maybe go sour for some people. And maybe there are certain people, or like here they say time periods that you'd rather not revisit. That's why I'm just like, yeah, that might not be for everybody, but it says you have the option to control what types of memories you receive. So that's nice that they have that. Our icon gets a refresh. See, I don't know. I am not feeling this icon. I don't, it just, I'm not saying that this previous one was the best either, but this, at least the original icon like this looks more like a pinwheel. This looks like, I don't know. It's not doing it for me. It isn't really doing it for me. And I know there are more people in the chat. I see people talking in here, and I will get to chat in a second. If you guys had missed it, I was saying at the beginning, it is crazy to me that my iPhone got this update first before my Pixel did. I updated my Pixel app. I tried to force close it. I tried to restart my Pixel 4 and I still don't have the update. And on my iPhone 11 Pro, all I had to do was hit update and I got the update. I'm trying to open the app again. And then the one thing I was trying to share with everybody was the fact that I was able to, let me get this bigger again. I was able to, wrong screen. I was able to get the Sorry, I'm trying to like hide light here so you guys can see it. Is that not working? That's not working. The map view is what I'm trying to show you guys. And it's really cool, the map view that they give for the Google Photos app. The fact that it has like a heat map on it, and you can see like what photos you've taken as you've traveled across the country or wherever you are on your travels. And it's such a cool thing to have. And apparently it was a very requested feature, and I still don't have it on my Pixel 4. And that's a little infuriating. Why my iPhone has it and my Pixel doesn't. But yeah, this logo, I don't know. The logo, I prefer the original one. I get that they're trying to get rid of like the whole what do you call that? It kind of looks like it's 3D-ish, and this is more of a flat image, but it's not doing it for me. We originally designed the Google Photos icon after a pinwheel as a nod to childhood and nostalgia. Today, we're refreshing and simplifying the icon while retaining that familiar pinwheel shape to remind you of past memories. Take a look at how our brand has evolved. This new simplified Google Photos experience rolls out over the next week on Android and iOS. Apparently for iOS first. If any of you have a Pixel, please feel free to update the app and let me know if you have the updated logo, if you have this new maps feature on there, because I'm not seeing it on mine. Oh, this is just how it's evolved over time. I can't play music because I know it's going to get copyrighted, so I don't want to have that. I'm looking in chat here. I see Jay Chase saying nothing on the Pixel 4 XL. Yeah, why? What is this? Watch that. Oh, okay. Jay Chase was also saying, watch the evolution of the icon video. It makes sense and matches the typeface. Yeah, I'm sure they have a point. I'm sure they have a point. I will watch it though. I'll take a look and see. I mean, I'm not saying it's the worst. It isn't the worst, and I get it. I like the flat look more than a 3D stylistic look. So yeah, it isn't the worst. I don't know. I like how it shows all the other videos here. Obviously, I watch a lot of fitness videos between two ferns. Okay, I'm going off topic. Anyway, so yeah, let me get into chat here really quick. Let me get this screen out of here. Okay, let me scroll back up. I see Brian is in here as well. What up, everyone? Hold the stream down. I'm driving in NYC. Brian, be careful, man. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. And Brian, also with the $1 super chat. Brian, thank you so much for the support, man. Always appreciate you supporting. Brian, now with I'm pretty safe to say with 80 plus super chats in a row. So Brian, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Always means a lot to me. DB Cooper is in here as well. DB says, somehow I'm not surprised. Yep. I don't know. It was funny when I opened the Google Photos app on my Pixel 4. I was like, I wonder if I'm going to get the update right now. And I tried to close it. I tried to open up the Google Play Store, and I was like, okay, it's not showing an update, but maybe it's already updated. Nothing. I force closed the app down. I restarted the phone, tried to open up Google Play again, nothing. So then I was like, watch, let me open up my iPhone. Let me go into the App Store. Sure enough, it says update. I hit update. I close the app down. I reopen it, and then I get the brand new version of Google Photos. I get the whole map view kind of feature, and it's pretty awesome to use. And I'm just like, why, Google? Why can't I get this on my Pixel 4? I see Will in here as well. What's up, stream? What up, Will? What's up, man? How you doing? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Paul says, got updated this morning on so you got it already then for Oxygen. Or is it Oxygen, right? Is that what you're saying? So you have the new version of Google Photos? Let me know. Paul, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Will showing that Apple emoji. That's 10 hours ago. Okay, so you got it a while ago, huh? Okay, so let me see here. Will says because Google prefers iOS. Yeah, Jay Chase saying nothing on the Pixel 4. Oswin A. I see the new Photos logo, but no update on the OnePlus. Oswin, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for letting us know. Appreciate you joining the stream. Nice to have you. Yeah. I think I saw people on Reddit talking about that too, that they got the new logo, but they don't have the maps feature on it, which also makes no sense to me, because then I feel like you're confusing the consumer even more. So you updated the app, or you updated the icon on your app, but the whole app isn't updated yet. Doesn't make sense. And really, I'm telling you, I had just a couple minutes to play around with the map feature on it, and I thought that was awesome. I just ended up like zooming out and like looking all around the world just to see where else I enabled location, and I don't know, it's really cool to use. So Jay Chase says, go to any Google office, and 100% of Googlers use iPhones and MacBooks. Jay Chase, that doesn't. So I know people who have worked at Google who, well, they've had both. They've had Pixels, but yeah, for the most part, using iPhones, using MacBooks, doesn't surprise me either. So, oh, I see a super chat here from Levin Williams. Levin, how's it going, man? Appreciate the super chat. Just appreciate you stopping by late, but I made it to the stream. You're good, Levin. Nice to have you, man. Welcome. We're just talking about the Google Photos app and how it got redesigned, how it got updated, and it looks like it has a lot of nice updates. Although I was telling people that I have it updated on my iPhone, but it's not updated on my Pixel 4 yet, which is a shame, and I don't understand why. But that's as far as I've gotten when we were talking about it. But Levin, thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. It means a lot to me, man, and appreciate you just joining the stream. So let me go ahead and roll back up here. Team Verizon here as well. Hi everyone. What's up, Jerome? What's up, Team Verizon? How's it going, man? Glad you could make it. Appreciate you stopping by. Okay, so Gboy888 says off topic. Hooray, Chase app finally working with oh, it is. I will check that out. Gboy888. Thank you for letting me know. That is the one app I've been waiting for to get updated with Face Unlock. Appreciate you sharing that, but I will check that out after the stream. Anyway, Gboy888, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Ronaldo is in here. What's up, Jerome? What's up, Ronaldo? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Haven't seen you in a minute, man. I know you've been busy with work, so glad you can make it. Appreciate you stopping by. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Paul is saying the same thing. The update, OnePlus, yes, can't find the map feature. Come on, Google, why? Levin says, I hope I get that update on my Pixel. Levin, let us know. Go ahead, and if you get a chance, either check the Google Play Store, check Google Photos, and see if you can get it updated. See if the logo updates. But if that logo does update, see if you get the maps feature. Again, I don't know why I don't know. Maybe Google knows. Maybe they know what they're doing. They're like, yeah, we can get this updated for Apple. Let's do it right now. We'll worry about the Pixel later. Which again doesn't make any sense. Same old Google Photos on my Pixel 4 XL. Yeah, what's up with that? What is up with that? Yeah, Paul is saying how strange. No map feature, revamped UI and icon. Again, I wish there was a way I could. I need to really update. Actually, after the stream, what I will do is I will update my I will take a look and sorry, I'm opening my iPhone here. I'm gonna see if I can update my my webcam is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because again, yeah, so if you can, God, it's the light is just there. I'm like, this is awful. I'm just trying to show people. Come on, camera. Like this is the maps feature, and it's and this is Google Photos right now, and you'll see it's like a heat map, and it shows like my travels of photos I've taken, and you can see here there's a big trail because that was from, well, this is from multiple trips from driving from LA to Chicago. But you'll see, obviously, Chicago has the biggest heat map. That's where I take. This is very hard doing it this way, guys, so please bear with me. But you can see this heat map is very, very congested when it comes to Chicago, because that's where I spend most of my time. And it is really cool to see, though. It is such a cool feature. I feel like once you get that updated on your phone, you'll probably be taking a look at it, and it's a really good trip down memory lane. And, to be like, oh, I remember when I was here, like, and it shows how many pictures you've taken and what photos show up. And I don't know, it's a really cool update from Google, and it's nice to see. And hopefully it'll get put out for Android soon. I don't know. Okay, so let me see here. Jay Chase says, anyone have the build number for the new Photos app? Going to hunt for that APK. However, I think it's a server side update. I think you might be right, Jay Chase. If anything, check what is that site? I know Android Police owns it. I think Artem owns it. Where they put all the updates for server side. For APK stuff, I'm forgetting. If I find anything though, I'll let you know. So yeah. Paul is saying maybe try your Samsung or TCL. That's not a bad idea either. Gboy888 says, during my morning walk, I noticed a little face icon in the password field. Finally, Chase app server side updates. So worked here in Long Beach. Hopefully same in Chicago. I will test it out. Gboy888. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate that heads up there. Levin says no update on my Pixel 4 XL. So right now, I think everybody who has a Pixel in here nobody has gotten, well, so I haven't even gotten the update for a logo on my Pixel either. It looks like OnePlus phones have gotten the update for a logo, but no actual update in terms of the app itself. I I don't know. Brian says no update on my 3XL. That's what can I say? I don't know. I can't say much about that. APK mirror. Yes, I'm sorry, Jay Chase. That's what I meant. Yeah, Artem owns that from Android Police. I don't know if they have anything out there. It's been a while since I've used anything there in a bit. So anyway, let's go ahead, move on. Just a quick snippet. There is a story here about Google releasing the first Android 11 developer preview for Android TV. Android 11 in the living room. Google has already released several developer previews of Android 11 for smartphones, but there has been no news on the update for smart TVs and streaming boxes. That changes today as the first Android 11 developer preview for Android TV is now available, but only for one device. Today, we are releasing an Android 11 developer preview for Android TV with many privacy, performance, accessibility, and connectivity features, Google said in a blog post. The company told us that there are no user visible changes in this update compared to Android 10 for TVs. So this is just about bringing under the hood changes to Android 11 to the living room. There is a catch. The developer preview is only available for one device, the ADT3 developer kit that was released earlier this year. Those of you with an NVIDIA Shield, Mi Box, or literally any other Android TV device will probably have to wait until the final release. Just thought I'd share that, although that's a developer thing, so probably nobody really cares at that point. I will say that maybe I will take some time and take a look at getting a set-top box for a TV, at least for my mom, so that maybe they can test it out instead of. So the issue right now at my mom's place is like my mom, my uncle, and myself will push stuff to the TV. So a lot of times we're all like looking down at our phones and just pushing random, which isn't a bad thing. But when you have multiple people, sometimes it's nice to kind of just have maybe one device where everyone can see what people are searching for on the screen. So if you guys have recommendations on maybe a good set-top box, I know Roku was the one that we talked about before on Friday Night Tech Talk. We had a conversation about that, but maybe I'll invest in getting a good set-top box or something so that there's one device that everyone can use, and just have it more like, instead of people looking down at their phones and pushing stuff, maybe have something different that's more useful for a living room situation. So anyway, just thought I'd share that. So okay, let me see here. I see Joseph Cherian. Am I saying that right? Sharian. I'm sorry, Joseph. Please, if I'm pronouncing it improperly, let me know. Just updated the Google Photos app now. They redesigned the logo. Yeah, Joseph, that's exactly what we were talking about. So, Joseph, if you just came in, first of all, welcome to the stream. But we were talking about how, so I have a Pixel 4. I have an iPhone 11 Pro. I didn't get it updated on my Pixel 4. People in chat, none of them have gotten it updated on their Pixels, but there are people here who have gotten it updated for their OnePlus, a new design, a new logo, but the map feature isn't updated. You're not able to use that yet. But on my iPhone 11 Pro, I got that update. I got everything. I got the logo. I got to use the new map feature, which is pretty awesome to use. It's it's really cool to see how that works. But yeah, what phone are you using, Joseph? I'm just curious what you were trying to do there, because yeah, I haven't been able to use it on anything else except my iPhone. Well, I only have my Pixel that I tested it out on. Will says I got that ugly icon on my 11 Pro Max. Will, did you try the maps feature though? It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Deepak is in here. Deepak Murthy. What's up, Jerome? What's up, Deepak? Not much, man. We're just talking about Google Photos. We're talking about Android TV. And I think that's as far as we've gotten so far. Deepak, have you checked your iPhone yet? Your 11 Pro Max for the Google Photos update? Take a look, update the app, check out that maps feature. They updated their icon as well. I know I keep saying the same things for everyone that's in here already earlier, so I apologize. Brian says the Note 10 Plus got the update. Okay, wait a minute. So OnePlus is getting the update, or at least the logo update. The Note 10 Plus got the update. What about the maps feature, Brian? Did it get that? Why has nobody here who has a Pixel gotten the update yet? Why is Pixel getting it last? Makes no sense to me. Testing facility, quote Ortega. This is like the lab where we talk about what's going on. We're our own testing group in here. Big House Productions. Hey, stream. Hello, Jerome. Hey, Big House. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Team Verizon says, waiting to get it on my 3A. Joseph, the Pixel 3 XL. Yeah, what's up with that? Why are we not? I don't know. Anyway, guys, before we segue in really quick, if you guys are in the stream, please don't forget to hit that like button. I know that sounds cheesy and cliche, but hitting that like button hopefully will help algorithmically. What I'm trying to say is hopefully it'll help people find the stream, help people come in here, talk about, what's going on, having this conversation that we're having now. Love having people in chat, love having conversation about tech. So please feel free to hit that like button. At the same time, if you are not a subscriber, I stream weekdays every Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Central. So please, if you haven't, feel free, consider being a subscriber. It's always nice to have, people in the Phone Jerome fam. And with that being said, I also have to plug in, if you guys have noticed people with green in their names, or they have a red Chicago star next to their name, that is because they are part of the Phone Jerome fam, and you could be one too for as little as 99 cents a month. All you got to do is hit that join button. Again, I know that sounds really markety and I apologize, but I got to do it. You will also get all of those perks then. You'll get to use custom emoji. If you haven't noticed, there are people in here using custom emoji. There are different tiers as well. You get access to my private Discord, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, for as little as 99 cents a month, you also get your name on the intros and outros of every single one of my live streams, which just reminds me that I have to update it because I forgot to in the last couple of days. But again, just click that blue button, that blue join button if you want to do that. If you can't find it, you can go to youtube.com/phone Jerome/join. I will leave it at that. That is my little marketing thing that I have to do at least once throughout the show. So I apologize, but either way, it helps support. If you guys can just like or subscribe, that's great as well. It's always nice to just have people in here and have a great discussion about tech and what's going on. So let us move on. Let me check chat real quick before I go into the next story here. Real quick, Jay Chase with a $2 super sticker. Jay Chase, thank you so much. I'm sorry, the software I use doesn't show me that sticker, but I will take a look at it later, and I will be I was trying to find the word. I'm trying to ad lib. I was going to say, I will be amazed by the sticker. But Jay Chase, thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you for the support. That your $2 support will actually also get your name in. Well, I think you know how that works. It gets your name for people who have supported for the month of June. So Jay Chase, thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate you just being in here, being part of the conversation. So thank you so much, man. I see Sujo. Sujo's a buddy of mine, but before I read his, I need to make sure I get everyone else up here. So Deepak says, yeah, thanks, Jerome. Strange behavior. My Pixel 4 is behind my iPhones on Google. See, I don't get it. Gel's on. Gel, hey, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. I also have this update, OnePlus 7T, Android 10, but Gel, do you have, so you have the update, it's updated the icon, but what about that maps feature? Do you have it? It looks like some people here at least are saying their OnePlus doesn't have that feature yet, where you can actually look at the map and see the heat map, like see the actual map of like where you've taken photos. So let us know if you have that. So hold on, sorry, I lost my place. Gboy888 says Google making me feel like a second class tech citizen with my Pixel. Jay Chase says maybe they're taking their time making sure Pixel users experience is perfect. You know what, Jay Chase, is that why the Pixel 4a isn't coming out? Is that why they're waiting for October? Because they're making sure it's perfect, because we all know that the Pixel 4 was perfect, right? Perfect phone, best phone out there. T-Fox says, come on, Google, you don't care of your own children, aka Pixel phones. Sujo says Apple gets updates first because it's most likely part of the search deal they signed to keep Google as the default search. That's a good point. That might very well be the case. And I can see that. I can see Google trying to satisfy Apple, making sure that, you know, they get whatever. I mean, can you imagine how much money that who knows how much money that they make deals on for a lot of this stuff. I mean, it's win-win for both of them. That's why Google is probably first to the ball when it comes to that stuff, because they make sure that they keep their customers happy. And yeah, like Apple is definitely a customer of Google's, and vice versa, I'm sure. So Will says, Jerome, iOS. Sujo, by the way, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you engaging in chat. I know that you sometimes, I feel like, are in here. So appreciate you putting some input in there. I appreciate that, man. Will says, Jerome, iOS is the priority even for Google. And yeah, kind of like Sujo was saying, probably right. Probably makes a lot of sense. Deepak says, Sujo, Google apps are smoother on iPhones compared to Pixels. Team Verizon says, same situation when Skype got updates for iOS first over Windows Phone. Crazy. But you know what? I mean, if you think about it, I would imagine that, well, I don't know, because I don't keep up with stats like that, but is there a place where you can see how much sales are made on iOS versus how much sales are made in the Play Store, on the Google Play Store? Because that might be the driving factor, right? When I worked for a media company, or a media marketing creative company, whatever, we had clients where we tried to, what am I trying to say? We had clients that wanted conversions. We had clients that wanted us to make sure that we made marketing so that they would download their specific app. And do you know that in the company I worked for, we didn't even look at how many downloads came for Android. The only thing they cared about was how many downloads came for iOS. That's all they cared about. Android was the smaller slice of the pie when it came to that. They were more interested to see how many people downloaded the app for iOS over Android. They were like, we don't even care about those stats. That specific, I think we had multiple clients. The only thing they cared about was how many downloads iOS got. Not Android. That wasn't even a factor in what they were doing. So it just makes me wonder how much priority is on Android side. So let's see here. Will says, no, it's because it's simpler to push out an iOS update, and iOS is Google's priority. Let's see here. Google knows iPhones are in millions in the world, while Pixels are a niche product. Aaron Jude, hey Jay, long time no see. Aaron, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Suggest a way to afford 11 Pro Max model for a student. Suggest a way. What phone do you have now, and how much can you get for it on Swappa? I don't know how you're going to get an 11 Pro. What is an 11 Pro Max sell for now? It's still the same price, right? I mean, what my iPhone 11 Pro is $1,000. What's the Pro Max at? And I mean, that's the thing too, is I'm having issues with internal storage at 64, but I don't know how you want me to suggest a way, because you need to sell stuff if you're a student, or you need to find some kind of work, because I can't really help you out there. But yeah, maybe see what you can scrap up. Check Swappa, check eBay. it's hard to find deals for Apple phones. For any of the phones that have great resale, it's Apple. You're going to be paying close to premium price no matter what, or retail price, either way. Anyway, Aaron Jude, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Will says LMAO. Android users spend was less on apps, so iOS apps get priority. And I mean, again, that could be the case. Money kind of like, you know, rules with an iron fist for a lot of stuff. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and let's continue on here. So I have this article. I actually wanted to go through it, and this article is from Sony. Alpha, well, not, I don't know if this is a Sony site. I'm guessing it is. It looks like it is, but from alphauniverse.com. So maybe it is. Anyway, this article is talking about the new Xperia 1 Mark II. If you're not aware, the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II is a $1,200 phone from Sony. Well, it's $1,200, but if you buy one, you can get that free pair of those wireless earbuds, like the really good ones. What are they called? The WM1000, whatever, MX3. I don't know what it's called, guys. You know, Sony's really weird when they name stuff, but the really good wireless earbuds that are $200. So pretty much $1,000 phone, and well, you pay $1,200 and then you'll get those $200 earbuds. I mean, maybe you can sell them and make some money off of it, but I wanted to talk about this because I didn't read it, but I looked at some of the photos and I'm like, wow, these are pretty good, or at least how a professional photographer was using it. So, the just announced Xperia 1 Mark II breaks new ground for a smartphone, but photographers will find it to be both familiar and uniquely powerful. To enhance the camera, Sony Xperia designers used technology from the Alpha camera line and worked with Zeiss on the lenses to produce a smartphone with unique photography and videography power. Pretty much what they're saying is Sony has their own set of Alpha mirrorless cameras. I think it's called their Alpha line, and they're trying to use the technology in that and put it into their new Sony Xperia Sony Xperia 1 Mark II. It is a very long name for a smartphone, but like this picture alone, I was like, wow, that's great for a shot here. I'm imagining as a professional photographer that's sitting on a tripod, there is some kind of, it's probably taken in some sort of manual mode. You know, there's some sort of shutter priority or whatever, like just a lot of manual controls is pretty much what I'm saying, but it's a great shot. It looks really nice. So National Geographic Pro Ira Block used one of the new Xperia 1 Mark IIs in New York and across the wilds of Utah while constantly maintaining social distancing guidelines everywhere he went. Block pushed the Xperia's camera to see just how good it is at making pictures. The Xperia 1 Mark II has impressive specs, including a 12 megapixel sensor that's about 50% larger than the previous Xperia and 3 Zeiss lenses with equivalent focal lengths of 16, 24, and 70. For me, that was kind of like having an ultra wide with the 16 and 24 to 70. We're not going to get into too much of the photography part. I just wanted to share the pictures because they're really nice. They look really good. I didn't realize you can zoom into it as well. Well, not so much a zoom, but that's a great shot. Clear, looks good. The thing is, I don't know if this is straight from the camera, if there has been anything edited, if it was shot in RAW and then it was processed later in Lightroom, but regardless, it's a very good picture. I wish though they would tell me if it came straight from the camera, because I think that would be a more fair assessment. Everyone likes, and it might as well be, I haven't read this article. Everyone likes to dive into specs, but for a photographer like Block, who pointedly uses the term, quote, making pictures instead of, quote, taking pictures, it's how the Xperia combines its photography pro feature with the hardware that makes it an exciting camera to use in the field. This sounds very markety, so I'm assuming this is from Sony. I have the same controls that I have in my Sony Alpha mirrorless cameras, and I have them right on the screen where I can access them instantly. I can change and dial in exposure, change focus from wide area to center. So, okay. Yeah. Maybe I'm not going to go into this whole thing because it is more on the photography side, but they're great photos. Let's just share that at this point. They look really good and they're very impressive. I just don't know what was taken in manual mode, what was taken if it was post-processed, and it might be in here. I'm not going to sit and read the whole thing. Might as well just share the pictures because they look really good. That's coming out of the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II. these are really good shots, really, actually. I don't think there are details on whether or not this was taken manually or if there was post-processing involved, but maybe I'll read up into it a little later. And if I find anything, I'll let you guys know. So let me get back into chat here. So let me see here. Cedro says, good point. iOS users typically spend more than Android users, even though there are a lot more Androids. So for app devs, it makes sense to give them priority, especially apps that have in-app purchases. And that's a good point. Tony Pazzo is in here as well. I heard someone say Apple and iOS, so I'm here. Hey, Tony, what's going on, man? Nice to have you in stream. Tony, let me ask you, if you made it in a little late, Tony, the reason we were bringing up Apple iOS was, did you update Google Photos for your Apple, for your iPhone? Were you able to take a look at the new map feature on there? Because it's pretty cool. That's pretty much the point of what I was trying to say there. That's about it. Okay, so let's see. Will says Android users sideload. That's why a lot of apps aren't great quality on Android. Look at IG on Android. It's sad. You know what? I will say the one thing that's annoying for me on IG for Android is the fact that I use a little of the editing features that Instagram gives you. I take a little time to do a little post-processing on Instagram, even after I've done post-processing in Lightroom for some of my photos. The one thing I've noticed on Android is when I try to like straighten my shots or make sure everything is on, on the up and up and like everything is where it needs to be, Android took away the grid feature on Instagram, like where it actually cross cuts the lines and it gives you on my iPhone, it gives you even a more crisscross like grid. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's very annoying. So now every time I have to edit anything, I have to edit it on my iPhone. I can't do it on my Android because I'm not getting the full potential of what the app gives you on Android. And I'm just like, why? Why is it like this? Why does it have to be this way? Anyway, Deepak says Sony has great expertise in the imaging department. Yeah, it makes me want to test the phone out. You guys know that I am heavily looking into that Huawei P40 Pro Plus. So, yeah. Will says, why waste all that time building an app to work on 5,000 different Android phones? You can never make the app as good as it could be due to varying specs. So that's a really good point, Will. I'm sitting here saying, why? And yeah, you're making a good point. That's probably it. Sunshine Vocals. Hey, Sunshine Vocals, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. I think it's more about how Google does business. Google wants to make sure Google services are everywhere and they see their customers as from everywhere the same, not iOS versus Android or Windows versus Mac. Google just wants to make sure they're yeah. So no matter where you use it, iOS, Android, or Windows. I mean, that's a good point. I just wish that like those updates came quicker. I guess at the same time, really, like the part that's frustrating for me is why did I not get it on my Pixel? I feel like there should be some priority that this is Google's product. I know at the end of the day, and I know Will's going to sit here and be like, because Google doesn't care. They don't care. They're catering to Apple because that's where their customer base is. And I get that. But I feel like as a duty to Google, they should have the Pixel have the updates first when it comes to at least their own Google apps. The fact that my iPhone got the Google Photos app like much quicker than my Pixel, and obviously everyone in this chat as well that has Google Pixels who hasn't gotten that update yet, but everyone has been able to get it on their iPhone. It kind of is. Yes, we can talk about like the behind the scenes for it, but in reality, as a consumer, it's a gut punch, right? It's kind of like a slap in the face. It's like, you bought a Pixel, you should have just got an iPhone, because then you would have gotten the update and you wouldn't have to sit here and complain about it, and you could be using those features right now. That's how I feel. That's kind of where I was going with that. Anyway, I know we've kind of harped. This is actually, it's a much longer conversation than I thought it was really going to be. Hopkins, hey Hopkins, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. iOS is Google's priority. Are you kidding me? Then what is the point of buying an Android phone? I could buy an iPhone. I mean, so like, yeah, I know this is this is a heavily debated thing, and we can kind of go back and forth with it. Actually, it might be good for Friday. Let me just kind of, I know, and like, really quick, I will say this Friday, every Friday, there's a Friday night tech talk where it's me, and it's not always me. It's not usually me, but it's almost always Will, George, Mobile Geezer, Mike, Simply Your Device or Joker Tech, and Ted, Saeed. And we all have a Friday night tech talk, and it rotates through different channels. But this week, for the first time, it's going to be on my channel. So this Friday, if you guys are available at 7 p.m. Central, Friday night tech talk will be on this channel. So just plugging that in there, and maybe this will be a topic of conversation as well. It's going to be a kind of a different format since I'm the one running it this time, but we'll see how that goes. So okay, I know you guys are talking, and I will let you guys talk. So let me, okay, you guys are just, I'll let you guys have that conversation. I know we can get into it, but I also have a couple other stories, and we're 55 minutes in. So, okay, let's move on. So, LG's new tone-free true wireless earbuds feature lifelike audio and clean themselves. Is anybody looking to buy these truly wireless earbuds? I don't know if anybody is. It seems pretty cool. I don't know if I would be spending the money on it, but it's a segment that is increasingly populated, but that hasn't stopped LG from taking a stab at the earbud market with a couple of pairs of tone-free true wireless earbuds, the HBS FN6 and the HBS FN4. While both sets of earbuds share similar characteristics, the FN6's case not only stores extra charge, it also has a built-in UV light to eliminate the bugs and germs that collect on the earbuds. How cool is that? Both models feature realistic sound courtesy of Meridian audio technology and feature a new canal-type design that delivers a more comfortable fit. This technology brings a superior sound that LG says delivers vocals with pristine clarity and the experience of listening to real loudspeakers. Both models are rated for IPX4 and offer voice command that is compatible with both Google Assistant and Apple Siri. So it's capable of 6 hours of playback, and their accompanying charging case has 390 milliamp hour batteries with enough capacity for 3 full charges. Noise isolation is provided by the snug fitting ear tips, while ambient sound mode lets wearers hear what's going on around them with the press of a button. I wonder how good it's going to be. They haven't talked about price. Okay, so there's no price. I'd imagine if because these look very similar to AirPods Pros, and I'm wondering how much. Okay, so that's the UV lighting or the, to kill the germs or whatever. And I wonder if it's going to be priced around $250. I don't know if this is in anyone's wheelhouse or anyone's radar of buying it. I feel like, LG is known for their good audio, so maybe somebody is in the market for it, but it also looks like LG might be on their way out when it comes to the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So I don't know. Interesting though. I don't know if I would buy it. I have my AirPods Pro. I think I would rather buy a pair of Pixel Buds first, just to test those out. The new Pixel Buds, not the old ones, by the way, the 2nd gen ones, and see how good those are. So, okay. Let's move on here. This article from Android Community is talking about the Samsung Galaxy Fold 2. So there's a leaked image, and it was leaked by Ice Universe right here, saying it shows a punch hole selfie cam. So if you notice, and I guess this is where there is some debate, is have you noticed where this hole punch is? Would this bother you guys? This hole punch right here? Seeing where it is. You guys know what I'm getting at, right? Is the fact that this hole punch is not centered. Like, would that drive you crazy, or is that okay for you? but maybe you wouldn't notice it because this is just showing a full picture, and maybe if this is actually cut in half, then it would make more sense. I think so Ice Universe even touched on it and said, at first I thought the whole location was strange, but then I thought about it carefully. This might be the most suitable location. So if you look at this image here, it's probably because that fold is coming straight down the middle. So they can't put it right in center because it would complicate things, obviously. So maybe this is where they would put it. But when you see a picture like this, I feel like I would kind of lose my mind because I'd be like, that is not right. That doesn't. But I don't think all of us are going to be looking at one static image the whole time, so it probably doesn't matter. What's new on the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Fold 2? Just a new image that surfaced on the web. Ice Universe has posted a new photo of the yet-to-be-announced smartphone on his Twitter account. The photo is of an open Galaxy Fold with a punch-hole selfie camera and the not-so-thin bezels on all four sides. We see a hummingbird on the wallpaper. It could mean the foldable phone will also have an improved camera system, since taking high-res photos of a hummingbird require a super fast camera. That's kind of a stretch, but maybe. One source noted how the placement of the punch hole camera looks weird, but then there is a reason for that. See the image below. It's only a possibility, but that could also mean an outward folding phone. It may be different from the original Galaxy Fold, but we're not sure if it is. It will be first from Samsung to have such foldable design, because the first Galaxy Fold and the Galaxy Z Flip both fold inward. So far, we know about the Galaxy Fold 2 screen bezel and hole dimensions as leaked the other day. So I don't know these specs off the top of my head because these aren't a priority for me. I don't know if any of you guys are looking to buy a folding phone anytime soon, but here is some more info on it. It's believed to still come with 2 batteries, yet lower capacity and a larger screen than the first gen. It will not have S Pen stylus input, but will still use the ultra thin glass found on the Galaxy Z Flip. We know the Galaxy Fold 2 will be waterproof with an official IP rating. We're also looking forward to a 120 hertz screen. Because of the image above, it can be assumed the Infinity V or under display camera will no longer happen. So that's it. Just thought I would share that. Looks interesting, but not something I'm looking to buy anytime in the future. So yeah. Okay, let me scroll back up here. I know you guys are talking about updates, and I'm glad that you guys are having that conversation. I just know that I will get lost if I start getting into that at this point. Big House says no, quad DAC for life. So the truly wireless earbuds is a no-go for Big House. I can see that. Okay, so let me see here. Deepak is saying I would have put the hole punch in the far right, like on the corner, right? That's kind of what I was thinking too. It does look kind of weird at that location. It just doesn't look right here. Big House also says dark mode to the rescue with that on-screen hole punch. That's what I would do too. This should have been a night shot, right? It should have been a night shot instead, or at least a darker background. Okay, so let me see here. Hopkins was saying, I don't know if you guys are still talking about, I think you guys are, as Louis Rossman said, was streaming to YouTube. He mentioned he gets always blurry stream from any Android phones he tried, but from iPhone video quality is much better. Is that true? That's crazy. I don't stream with phones though, so I couldn't tell you. Okay, let's move on, guys. So this article from SlashGear is talking about the iPhone 12 Pro shaping up to be a true flagship. I'm not going to go too in depth with this. I actually should have saved this for tomorrow, but we'll just go through it real quick. Over the past several years, the smartphone market's definition of the word flagship has changed dramatically because of the rate of change and conservative ways in which the biggest names in smartphone brands advance their AAA phones. Brands like OnePlus have been allowed to creep up and create, quote, flagship killer phones. I'm just going to scroll down and just see what they're talking about here. I haven't had a chance to read through it. The iPhone 12 Pro price will likely start at just under $1,000. That's an expected price. I mean, this is what I was expecting. I will be buying the iPhone 12 Pro, hands down, no doubt. And a big reason for that is it's just one of the things I buy every year which is also like the Pixel. I will always buy the new Pixel that comes out. Those are the two phones I always carry. But also because the iPhone 11 Pro has been like my go-to phone for 2019 and so far for all of 2020. And that will continue because I have to see how good this next one will be as well. The differences between the 12 and 12 Pro are few, but will make all the difference for the people considering the few $100 price bump. And when we're talking about a few $100, we're probably talking about $650 versus $1,000. All models will have Super Retina OLED, but the Pro models will have XDR tech and will likely be made by Samsung. Yeah, and you'll see here $649, and then the 12 Pro right here for a 6.1 inch version. At this time, it's not entirely clear who will make the display panels for the 12 and 12 Max. The Pro models will have 6 gigs of RAM instead of the 12's 4, so more RAM on top of that. The difference in 5G connectivity between the models will be significant. The non-Pro will likely have a sub-6 5G, while the Pro models are tipped to have sub-6 and millimeter wave. But again, who knows how good this millimeter wave is going to be. But if anybody is able to get the ball rolling or at least started, it'll be Apple. So maybe Apple's introduction of 5G phones will actually get the ball rolling for 5G and actually make a bigger impact in terms of the technology as a whole. Let's see here. The latest rumor suggests the 12 and 12 Max will have 60 hertz image refresh rate display panels, while the Pro models will have 120 hertz image refresh rate. I mean, if that's the case, that'll be great, but I've heard rumors that might not be happening. I don't know though for sure. So we'll see. I would love that. That would be great if it came with the 12 Pro. I mean, I would love to see it. I would love to use it to see if it actually made a difference over time. Like, let's say I used the 12 Pro and I had 120 hertz. Let's say I used it as my primary device for a full week, and then I switched back to like the iPhone 11 Pro. Would I really notice that difference? Maybe that'll be the first time I'll say, hey, like, it's such a big difference that I can't see myself not using a phone now without 120 hertz. But I won't know until I really get my hands on one and use it that significantly. So they're saying here they're still expecting an event at September of 2020, but we don't know when we're going to be getting it yet. Maybe till November 2020. And that's about it. Okay, so it was much shorter than I thought. So yeah, those might be the things. Why didn't they talk about the cameras? The cameras also make a difference on what the phone is going to be. But yeah, the 12 Pro will also probably have the additional camera lens to it as well as LiDAR. And I don't know how good any of that's going to be, but we'll see. So which is also it makes me segue into this because yesterday we talked about how the iPhone 12 might be coming with a 20-watt fast charger, which is great if it does, because right now the iPhone 11 still comes with the really minuscule 5-watt dinky charger that Apple has put on all the iPhones except for the current iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max that has a fast 18-watt charger. And so to have the iPhone 12 come with a 20-watt fast charger is great. But this article from Mashable is saying that it might not come with earbuds or a charger at all. And so that completely spins it differently than what we read yesterday. So analysts at the British bank Barclays are predicting that when the Apple iPhone 12 is released later this year, Apple will not include many of the now customary in-box accessories, namely a pair of earbuds and a power adapter. So what does that mean? If Barclays analysts are correct, a brand new iPhone 12 will only come with a USB-C to Lightning cable in the box. The report, I'm not going to read the whole thing. That's the point I wanted to make. The report is based on Barclays analyst talks with Apple suppliers. The research memo, which was obtained by Mac Rumors, has some other notable information about the iPhone 12 and other future Apple products. So it's talking about having it here, so I don't understand. Two of the more pricey iPhone 12 models will feature a triple lens camera system with a LiDAR scanner, what I was just talking about, similar to what the iPad Pro has. A new iPad Pro release and the newest addition to the AirPods line is also expected by sometime early next year. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I missed something in the article, but I'm not going to go through it. So it might have it, it might not. I don't know. We'll see. It's still really early. I just thought I would share it because it was Apple related to what the 12 was talking about, which is also why this last story was talking about Apple is reclosing stores in states like Texas that have already reopened because everything is going crazy here in the States because apparently we're trying to reopen everything and more people are getting infected and it sucks and cases are going up and it sucks. And I don't know what else to say about that because I just don't think we're taking a proper approach of what we're doing. But who am I to say, right? I'm just one guy. Like, what does my opinion matter? Because they're going to open up everything anyway. I don't know. I feel two different ways about that. I'm saying all of this right now, and I have to get a haircut later. I decided I would go to the barber later, and I have now been sitting here saying, Jerome, was that the best idea? Should have you made an appointment with your barber that you haven't seen in 3 months? Guys, I've been shaving my head for the last like 3 months and now I've been growing it out and I'm just like, it would be nice to get a haircut. And then I'm like, oh God, why did I schedule this appointment? Now I don't know if I should have done it, but that's what I'm doing. So hopefully I'll be fine. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Anyway, okay. That's it, guys. That's our show. Really quick, before I go, guys, really quick, if you haven't had a chance, please feel free to like the stream. Liking the stream helps me algorithmically, I think. What I'm saying is hopefully it helps people find the stream, helps you guys have this chat talking here. It's always nice to have you guys in here. Appreciate you guys always stopping by. Also, just a reminder, I stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central, Mondays through Fridays. We always have a great discussion when it comes to tech. I love when you guys are able to talk and have a good conversation, even if like we don't always see eye to eye on everything. I think at the end of the day, we always have respect and we're pretty civil with each other. And, you know, it's a good conversation to have. I know I can't get through everything today, but it's always nice having everybody. And I think that's it. You know, I was also going to plug, like, if you want to be a YouTube member, just click that blue join button, but I'm not going to go through all that because it just sounds so weird saying all that stuff. Anyway, really, let me go through chat before I go real quick here. So let me see. Brian says, what happens if the Pixel 5 is $800, Jerome? Brian, you know what the answer is going to be. I'm still going to buy it. I will complain about it, but I'll still buy it. I'm pretty sure. I think Will knows I'd probably still buy it too. Let me see here. Sorry, that's not what I meant to click. I hope the notch will be much smaller on the iPhone 12. It better be. I really want them to figure that notch out. I'm getting tired of that notch. Yeah, so I agree with you. Has Google started closing stores? What stores? Are you being sarcastic? I don't. Team Variety says, and I don't even want to say it because like I keep getting demonetized, but yeah, you guys can read what Team Variety is saying here. My parents called me earlier. Our hometown just started having cases. That sucks, man. I know it's tough for everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I hopefully everything's going to be fine. I don't know what to say. It's just everything is crazy and I don't know what to do. And I think a lot of us feel the same way. So Paul's saying Jerome's getting fired up. I'm keeping my cool. I want to like see if I can go like a whole week without cussing. I cussed yesterday though, but so what's been happening now is they are still demonetizing every stream I am doing and I am correcting them. I'm saying, no, I didn't. I appeal this. And then it takes a full day for them to say, oh, you're right. We'll demonetize it. But now a whole day's passed and no one's really watching the stream. So like the revenue I made this month, and like, I know you guys don't really care about that, but like, obviously, you know, I do this because I enjoy it, but also hopefully it becomes a thing so that I can continue to do it. And like, it either helps offset costs and stuff, but like I took a big hit this month because like all my streams got demonetized, which is just such a bummer. But it's okay. I'm trying to diversify everything I'm doing, and hopefully that offsets things. So it's all right. I'm just trying to like figure things out and still try to be my true, genuine self without always going crazy. Those crazy moments are going to come. Those crazy moments will probably come Friday night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys always coming by and having a conversation. It's always nice to have everyone here. Will says we are good folks, Jerome. I know. I love you guys. It's always nice that you guys come here every day, and like it really does feel like a family. It feels like a really good community, and I enjoy that. Yeah, Big House says stay safe, everyone. Stay safe out there. Yeah, Deepak says even here in Europe there are some new cases. So sad. I know. I don't know. It just, if you see the graphs, if you see the graphs and you see every country is like, it's high and then it's dropping. Every country at least is dropping somewhat. But if you look at the graph in the US, it dropped a little bit. And then now it's like, we're seeing the highest cases. I'm sure this is going to get demonetized already because of what I'm saying, but it's already, those cases are already increasing more so than I think at its peak. And I think a lot of that is just because everything's reopening and it's crazy. I feel like I can't say what I want to say. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hopkins says YouTube is going crazy. A lot of my favorite channels were demonetized once at least. Yeah. The news organization that I'm with, I will share this with you guys. The news organization that has grown so much since I started with them, from like 200 subs to they're over 20, they're close to 25,000. They're killing their channel. They're dropping their channel. They actually made a different channel at this point because they just keep getting demonetized from everything. And I don't know. I mean, I have no plans to do that on my channel, but that's unfortunate. I wish that wasn't the case, and hopefully they can figure things out, but like we're trying to rebrand and trying to do things differently. So we'll see what happens, but that's all different story. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. Come back tomorrow. Brian even says here, check out Friday Night Tech Talk on this channel tomorrow. Yes. So tomorrow I'm doing 2 streams, just FYI. I will have this stream like I always do at the same time, same place, but later in the evening, which will be 5 hours later after that, we will be doing Friday Night Tech Talk. Hopefully we'll have everybody on. I know Mike has personal things going on, but I'm going to try to convince him to come on. Although I don't know if that's going to happen because anyway, I'm not going to get into Mike's personal stuff. He just has a lot going on. So, but I think we'll have, Grant. I forgot. Grant is going to be on tomorrow's show as well. So me, Grant, George, Mobile Geezer, Will, right? Will, are you coming on tomorrow? Maybe Will, Ted, Saeed, and hopefully Mike. We'll see. I'll try to convince them. Anyway, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central, come back. And then also tomorrow, 7 p.m. in the evening, we're going to do Friday Night Tech Talk. That's going to be a lot of fun. You'll have more than just me sitting here talking all day. But here comes the outro, guys. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Take it easy. Later.